Hello, Nurlali Kurratu Aini, how are you?
Hello, sir. I'm good. How about you?
Okay, and then thank you. You are the one that gave the comment on the previous video that I shared. Yeah, thank you very much, Nurlali. And we got Talipa. Alip, how are you, Alip?
I'm fine, sir.
Okay, and then do you have any program that you're gonna join in the
For
future?
this semester, no, but next semester I already plan on for PKM.
Okay, PKM, Student Creativity Program, yeah. Okay, I hope you will have the funding. And then, do you got any news from Clara, Clarissa, Almira, and who is the last student that got ICT? And Anissa, yeah.
No, sir.
No, because if I'm not mistaken, on last Saturday, she texted me and then asked me if when I'll be available in campus, and then she is not responding till now. Adam Putra, turn your camera on, please. Elsa, Monica, also Siva, Asura, so I can still remember your face, yeah. Aditya, Okta, there you go. Ajeng Era, Karir Iksan, Kairan Nisa Sitepu, Rizkina Damayanti. Okay. And I already called Ajeng. She told me you guys have no schedule for today, right? For after Asar, you guys got no schedule. And why did we conduct this meeting after Asar? Because I gotta teach PPG Daljab, PPG Daljab batch 4. Our English department got batch for the PPG Daljab, and then I already teach them starting from 8 o'clock till 2 o'clock. Can you imagine that one talking all the time? Yeah, that's why I asked Ajeng to move the schedule. Yeah, and why it's only 13 students joining? Maybe majority of you still on your bed. Yeah? Okay, Rizkina Damayanti, do you mind please try to put down your smartphone so I can see your face? There you go, thank you. Tiara Vidya Astuti and Elsa Monica, you are not responding. Elsa? Elsa, hello? Elsa? Okay, guess is turning the Zoom and then joining the meeting, and then after that one, go back to sleep, I guess, yeah? For Elsa, and then Siva Asura. Hello, Inayatul Karima. Thank you for joining. And we got also Nabila Alia Rahma. So we're going to start the meeting as soon as we reach 20 students, yeah? So we need 7 more students so we can start this meeting, okay? Alip and Adam, maybe you can ask your friend to join, especially on your class group, yeah? Alip, Adam?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, 17 participants. Hello, Putri. How are you, Putri?
Fine, Mr.
Okay, thank you for joining. We got Hairunisa Sitapu. What happened with your face, Hairunisa Sitapu? It seems like you're still very sleepy, yeah? Hello, Hairunisa? And there you go, turning off the camera. Okay, Devi Rindiani. And then Fadla Yazida. Izzatun Nisa Fadila. Okay. So maybe some of your friend here not joining because I already texted in your guys group. If you guys have time, you may join this meeting. It seems like majority of you guys have the busy activities, I guess. Yeah, that's why some of you skipping my invitation to join. Okay, one more students and then we're gonna start the meeting. Yeah. Now here is 20 minus minus me, so it is still 19 students that joining. And how was your guys online learning so far? Yeah, I have a good news for you guys. Inshallah, soon we are going to have face-to-face teaching and learning. If yeah, if only if the senior high school and then junior high school and primary school face-to-face learning went well, so it will move to the university student, I guess. Yeah, I hope soon we are going to have the face-to-face kind of teaching and learning. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that you guys bored with this online learning. Yeah, look at Alif. Yeah, and then do you have any complaint with your glasses, Ali? Or so far so good for your glasses, or you have to change your glasses with a new one?
Mostly signal problems.
Oh, must be no problem. Okay, and then we get also Miftah Damara. How are you, Miftah? Thank you for joining. Okay, then how about your burger? How about your business?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and maybe you have to send all of your friends here some of your promotion burger, yeah? And what was with peninjau Tiara Jati Anugrah Hedi? What is peninjau Tiara Jati?
Sorry sir, belum diganti.
Okay. And then we got Rina Septria. How are you, Rina? It seems you're still sleepy, I guess. Yeah. Okay, thank you for joining. We got Aditya Alta, Berlian Wirawati, Adista, and then Adinda Nur. Yeah. Okay, since we already got 26 participants for the subject, what is it, the first subject that we have for today, guys? What is it?
Language testing.
It is language testing. Okay, let's start the lesson now. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala asrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd. Alhamdulillah, today here it will be our second meeting for the first subject for class of 2019. Yeah, it is for class of 2019 or for class of 2018. 2019, yeah, for class of 2019. And today here we'll discuss more about the language testing itself. But before we are going to discuss more about language testing, on the previous week I told you guys to watch the overview of the lesson. Yeah, the overview of the lesson, and then I hope you guys still remember what is it, all the topics, the theme that we are going to discuss while learning language testing. I'm gonna start with Neviana Nabila Faradewi. Come on, what is it that you watched last week? Meme, come on.
Last week, you mentioned about what is language testing. It consists of language and testing. What is language and what is it English language kind of test that we can use when we will be the professional English teacher. Aims for language testing is understand about kind of test that we can use while delivering the lesson, understand the difference between each type of the task, focus on our 4 skills like text and speaking, text and writing, text and reading, and also text and listening. Each of these skills got different type of the text. Can design, create, and deliver English language testing. Kind of material that we will get in this subject is learn the difference between assessment and evaluation, testing, measurement, and evaluation. Informal and formal kind of assessment. What is it? The norm different tests and their criteria of different tests. Communicative language testing. What does it mean? How to create, how to design, and how to implement. Testing a communicative competence, testing reading, testing writing. How do we going to test our student writing skills and reading skills? How we going to give a task for our student, especially on their speaking and listening? Perform basic assessment, validity.
Hello, Meme. Thank you very much. Yeah, that was quite a perfect kind of reading, I guess. Yeah, I'm asking you about your summary. You don't have to read it. Yeah, there are some big differences when I ask you, okay, try to read your previous meeting. Yeah, that wasn't reading that I'm expecting from you, Mimi. Yeah, I'm expecting you try to elaborate your own language here about the previous video that I shared. Yeah, because it seems like it is a subtitle of my previous video that you tried to read. Yeah, thank you very much, Mimi, for reading us all of the summary. And then now I'd like to ask Halifa Intisar Wahid, do you mind please try to give us a different perspective of your interpretation based on our first meeting? Halifa Intisar. Come on, Halifa.
Yeah. So on our previous meeting, you were talking about what we will do in this subject, which is we will talk about tests and different kind of tests and how to make our own tests in order for them to be proper for the material that we will have to give our student on.
Okay, thank you very much. That's what I mean. Yeah, you try to give your elaboration. Yeah, I know that's not complete. Yeah, it's different like what Mimi mentioned it earlier, but at least you already got your summary for the first meeting that we had last week. Thank you very much. I'm gonna ask one more students. Nur Laili, do you mind please? Nur Laili?
Okay, sir. Yeah, for the first meeting.
Okay, wait a second, Nur Laili, what happened with your voice? Why it seems like it's too far,
wait.
or you
I use
using
my
Poa
headset.
with you?
Okay.
Can you hear me clearly, sir?
No, I can hear you clearly.
Okay. For the first meeting, you talk about all of the overview.
Okay, my dear, thank you very much, Nur
In
Laili.
this semester.
Nur Laili, that's enough
Sorry,
for
sir?
you, yeah, because your connection maybe it's bad. That's why we
Oh,
can
really?
hear your voice clearly. I'm gonna switch with the other student.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna ask. Let's try Mila Nurvadia. Mila, come on.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Okay, what is it, your interpretation based on the first meeting, the first video that I shared last week? Please.
in first meeting, you say that language testing is the aim is to know to teach our future student how to writing, how to speaking, how to listening with the different methods.
And then what else?
That's it, sir.
Really, I'm talking about how we are going to speak, how we are going to breathe, listen, and breathe.
Yeah, how to teach our student with different methods. If you want to teaching about speaking, writing, we have to know the different different methods, not the same methods for all the skills.
Okay, I guess I'm not mentioning that kind of learning material, yeah. Our subject here is about language testing. What I told you guys on the previous first meeting about how we are going to create, how we are going to make tests in speaking, writing, listening, and then reading. It is not the method how you're going to teach. Yeah, it is about the different tasks, yeah, that we deliver to the student when you guys become a professional English teacher. Okay, thank you very much, guys. I guess some of you, the majority of you here still remember what is it that we got on our first meeting. Okay, and then now we're gonna come with the first topic. Who will be the one helping me? What is it, the first topic that we are going to discuss for today? And then look at this one. Majority of you guys not turning on your camera. That's okay. Anyone still remember what is it that we are going to discuss for today for our second meeting? What is it, the topic? Anyone? Do you guys still remember what I mentioned on the previous first video? Come on. Hello.
Definition of language, sir.
Okay,
I guess.
definition of language. Thank you. And then what else? What is it after definition of language?
The difference between assessment and evaluation, sir.
Okay, next one, the difference between assessment and evaluations. Okay, what's next? What else did you guys remember?
Testing, measurement, and evaluation, sir.
Okay, testing, measurement, and then evaluation. Okay, anyone else? What is it? Come on, anyone else?
Formal and informal kind of assessment.
Okay, formal and informal kind of assessment. Okay, my question, what is it the topic that we are going to discuss for the first? Yeah, last week we were talking about the overview, the description of the language testing subject. Yeah, and then last week I already explained about several topics, yeah, about the detail, the topic that we are going to learn for the whole semester. And then, do you guys still remember what is it, the first topic that I mentioned? Come on. Okay, thank you very much. No one remember that one, I guess. Okay, our first topic, it will be discussing about language and then also testing. Yeah, because that will be our name of the subject. Language testing. When you guys try to do the test, any kind of the test, what is it that you guys think while completing, while answering the test? Come on, anyone?
Can you repeat, sir?
Okay, when you try to complete the task, when you try to answer the task, what is it that come in you guys' brain? What is it that you guys think while completing the task and answering the tasks? What is it? Come on. Come on, anyone?
I think understand about what is it a tax.
What is it? Can you repeat it?
I think is understand about what is it a tax or that's it.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah. Okay, when you guys try to complete any kind of the task or any kind of the task, any kind of project, yeah, the aim of completing the task, completing the tasks, or making the project here is to, what is it? To Alif, what is it? The aim, come on. What is it?
To measure our understanding.
Okay,
My
thank you
understanding.
very much. That was the common kind of answer. Okay, filling the task, making the talks, completing the project to measure our understanding. Thank you very much. That's the most common answer that I got from all, from all your big sis and big bro. Anyone else? Why? Yeah, what is it? Come on. A task. Okay, let me give you hint. Yeah, let me give you guys hint. Okay, the aim here for the task, for the tasks, for the project here, it is to make sure, yeah, it is to make sure that you guys achieve the learning goals. That's why you guys need what we call by tasks, and then also completing the project. That will be my hint. Next one, anyone will try to guess, please?
To measure our knowledge, sir, or the material.
Okay, thank you very much. So it is similar answer with Halifah Intisar, I guess. Measuring
That
our knowledge,
we learn.
measuring the comprehension. Thank you. Next, anyone else would like to try, please? Rina Septria?
Yes, sir.
Okay, come on.
I think before we doing the task, the first one, if we thinking, we understanding, and we writing, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. That a step, yeah, in answering the task, in completing the tasks, and then also in creating the project. Thank you very much. Next one, Fahrani Hasana. Why did you keep on hiding, Fahrani? Come on. Fahrani?
Yes, sir.
Okay, come on.
I think understand the language.
Okay, understand the language, the aim of the task, the aim of the task, the aim of the project here, to understand the language. Okay, interesting perspective. Anyone else? Silmi Kappa? Silmi? Or Zahratun Nufus? Or Fahrina? Anyone? Come on, like to guess? Okay, thank you very much. No one. I already gave you guys the hints. Yeah, the aim in completing or in answering the task, the tasks, or in making a project here. First, that's true what Ali and then Laili answered earlier. It is to measure the student comprehension. That was the common answer. That's what I told you guys earlier. But the point, the point here in answering the task, in answering the tasks, and then also in making the project here, to make sure that you guys not only comprehend the topic that given by the lecturer for you, but you guys can have your wider perspective, your wider domain in giving the answer of the task or the tasks or making the project. Yeah, that will be the aim of answering the task and then also answering the tasks and then also creating the project. Yeah, so you have you guys developing, you guys have your own kind of thinking. Yeah, when we come with a certain kind of topic and then you guys try to answer it not exactly based on what you guys learned, yeah, but you guys try to build your own comprehension and then you guys have your own narration description, yeah, based on our topic. Yeah, and then it will be the same also when every single time that I give you guys the task, I give you guys the task or a project. Yeah, I never ask you to do it the same. Yeah, but I'm asking different kind of answer based on your guys' comprehensions. Okay, do you guys understand or you guys confused? Alif, can you see my point, Alif?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Lily, can you see my point, Lily? No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, yes.
Okay, yes, thank you very much then. So that was the aim, that was why did we need the task, yeah? And then why did I ask you guys to think, what is it that you guys come up with your brain when you try to complete a task, in making a task and then also project? Yeah, okay, and then now second one, after you guys already mastered well enough, I guess, why did you guys fulfill the task, making the task, answer the task, or making a project? And then now let's move with the second language. Okay, the first it is task, and then second one here is language. Language testing. Language, anyone can share their opinion of language, please? Okay.
Okay, I try to give my opinion, sir.
Okay, come on.
Yeah. First is language. Language is a system of communication that consists of a sound, symbol, or gesture, I guess, are used by the people. I think that's it, my opinion about language.
Okay, thank you very much, Nuleli Kuratwaini. That was the textbook kind of answer. It is a system of information that you deliver, consists of sound, voice, that we can understand each other. That's a textbook kind of definition. That's the textbook kind of perspective. Thank you very much, Nuleli. And then now I want different kind of perspective, please. Fadla Yazida, come on. Language, based on your opinion, Fadla, what is it?
A system of communication used by a particular country or community.
Okay, I guess it is similar with Nulaili. That's a textbook kind of answer. Yeah, thank you very much. And then anyone else like to try to give their perspective about language? Let me give you an example. My definition of language, or the way that I talk about language. Language here is, language here is the way of my life as an English lecturer. That's my definition of language. Yeah. So when you try to share your opinion about language, you may use any kind of example. Yeah, there will be no wrong definition of language, because when we talk about the definition of language, we have our different function of language. Language here is the way that I exchange information with my parents. That will be okay. Language here is a system, a code that used by society to build an interaction. That's the definition of language. Yeah. Okay, come on. Anyone would like to try, please? A unique kind of definition. Come on. Mimi, do you mind please try to enlighten us with a language based on your perspective?
Based on my perspective, language is a wonderful thing because we usually use language in our daily life, and some word can make you feel happy, some word can make you feel sad, and some word can bring what is it? I forget about the vocabulary. Apa sih? Perdamaian ya? Antara
Okay. Make peace. Yeah, thank you very much. That's my point. Yeah, when you try to talk about something that deals with you, so that will be your own different kind of definition. Yeah, maybe mentioning about, okay, language here can make me smile, and then sometimes language also make me feel sad. That will be okay. Yeah, and then anyone else would like to try, please? What's wrong with your guys' camera? Yeah? Okay, that's okay. Come on. Rina? Okay, come on.
Language. I think language is language for make other
Okay.
people understand what we talking about, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. I think language is a language, yeah, to make people understand. Thank you very much, yeah, for your definition. Okay, now cut it out, yeah. You guys already gave me various kind of perspective of language itself. Some of you mentioning language here, it is of happiness, it is of sadness, and then some of you mentioning language here, it is a system or code that we use in social interactions, yeah. And then now when we try to put it together between language and then task, so where we can go with the definition of language testing. Come on. Come on. Come on, Shifa Ashura. Shifa Ashura.
Yes, sir.
Okay, come on, Shifa.
Sorry, sir. I didn't understand what's your question.
Okay, we already discussed about the task. And then we also already discussed about the language. And then now we come with language testing or language test. Come on, what is it?
I guess language testing. Language testing is the student that going to make a test.
Okay. And then?
And with their different language.
The student, they're going to make the test with different language. Okay, that's a random kind of definition. Yeah? Thank you very much. Idayatul Karima, do you mind please try a language test or language testing itself? Come on. Inayatul Karima, can you hear me, Inaya?
Yes, sir.
Okay, come on. Language testing, please.
Language testing
Yep.
is a way to measure of student exam.
Okay. And?
Yeah. And then, sir, what's the question, sir?
It's language testing. The
Language
way to
testing.
measure, student, what is it?
Language testing is a way to measure of student exam.
Okay.
That's it, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. And then Mr. Damara, you open up your camera, you're turning on your camera on. Now it's your turn, please. What is it? And then try to make it relevant with the previous perspective from majority of your friends when they're trying to elaborate about the task and then also the language. Come on, Mr. Damara, please.
Okay, sir. Language testing procedure used in conducting general assessment and evaluation of language skill by measuring language skills, namely listening, speaking, reading, or writing.
Okay.
Yes.
My question, do you heard your friend opinion when they share their perspective about language and then about task, Mita?
Gimana, sir?
Okay, on the previous one, your friend already shared their perspective about task and then also about language. And then I want you to please try to use it as your definition for the language testing, please. Okay, Mimi's opinion here is mentioning, okay, language is about happiness, it is about sadness. Yeah, and then some of your friends mentioning language here is about system or code that we use in social interactions. Come on, Nita. Come on, Mipta.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand, sir.
Okay, you have no idea. Now let's go with Faisal Julianto then. Faisal, do you mind please? Faisal?
Yes, sir.
Okay, come on, Faisal.
In my opinion about language testing,
Yep.
is a measurement of a person's ability to use language. To use language in several ways, like how do we communicate with each other, starting from using the language. I think it's enough.
Okay, thank you very much, Faisal Julianto. It seems that you just joining this meeting, so no wonder that you cannot repeat your friend perspective. Now let's go with Alif then. Alif Intisar, please.
Language testing is a way for a student to give their perspective about how they interact with other people.
Okay, and then?
Just that.
Just that.
It's a way for them to give their opinion. To give their opinion to the teacher about how do they make people understand them.
Okay, thank you. How to make people understand them. Thank you very much. Nurlaili, come on, your turn, please.
Okay, language testing is a way to measure or to get a student perspective about the particular language that the student using. I think that's it, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. It is still the same with your previous answer. Yeah, that's some kind of textbook answer based on the book maybe that you read. Yeah, based on the article that you read. Yeah. Okay, what is it? Come on, Nurlali, do you have any other kind of opinion about language testing?
Yeah, I think that's it. My opinion about language testing. It is to measure, to evaluate the student or to get the student perspective about the language that they're using. I think that's it, my opinion, sir.
Okay, calm down. Thank you very much. Okay, you don't have to raise your voice. I can hear you clearly. Okay, thank you very much. Nurlaili Kurratu Aini. Okay, and then now my turn, guys. Let me try to give you here a random definition. One more time, I call this one here a random definition, a random kind of perspective about language testing. No one kind of definition that you can claim that's the absolute one truth about language testing. Okay, language testing here is simply a process of assessing, a process of measuring, a process of evaluating. What is it that you are going to evaluate? What is it that you are going to assess? What is it that you are going to assess? What is it that you are going to evaluate from your students? What is it? Their, what is it? Their
ability. No.
Their ability, that's still too general. We're talking about language, so it is about their language skill. As simple as that one. When I try to mention, okay, a perspective, majority of you using perspective. That wasn't what I mean. And then you try to force that one using, okay, I'm gonna put student perspective on it while mentioning about the test and then about the language itself. Okay, anyone can repeat my definition. And then I told you earlier, that's not an absolute truth. That's a random definition that you can put when you talk, when you try to give the overview about language testing. And then now I want Mimi, Nabila, Diman, please try to repeat it. What is it that I taught you guys about language testing? And then for your information, I'm gonna ask only those that turning their camera on. For those that not turning their camera, so that's okay. You guys may go sleep or eating or drinking, it's up to you. Come on, Mimi, please.
Is where we can assess and testing our student about their language skill. Is it enough, sir?
Okay. Okay, that's my definition. Mimi, that's what I taught you.
Kenapa, sir? Why?
That's what I mentioned earlier. I guess not. Okay, anyone else would like to repeat it, please? Faisal, can you repeat it? What is it that I mentioned earlier?
Okay, sir. Language testing is a simply process of assessing, measuring, evaluating the student language skill.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
As simple as that one. So since you guys will try to assess, since guys you try to measure, since you guys you try to evaluate your student language skill using the test, that's why it's called a language testing. I hope you guys will get this definition without any doubt on you. Okay, and then do not repeat to get the student perspective of blah blah blah. That's not the point. Okay, and then now let's go with the characteristic of a language test. What is it? A good kind of test, a good type of the task that we can deliver to our students. Anyone can mention it, please? The first characteristic of a good task, a good language task. First, come on. Okay, a moment of silence. Come on. Come on. Anyone, please? A good characteristic of language task. First, what is it? Faisal, come on. Faisal?
Yes, sir.
Okay, come on. A good characteristic of language tasks. Yeah. First, what is it?
Wait.
That's okay. That's okay. You may mention it any kind of characteristic. That will be fine. Come on, Faisal.
Practice test.
Okay, so the characteristic of a good language task here is a practice test. That's it, Faisal?
Yeah, I think.
Okay, thank you. Second one, Rina Septria, what is the characteristic? Come on, you may come with the second characteristic of a good language task, please.
I think clearly, sir.
Okay, that's a good point. Yeah, the task that will be delivered to the student, it should be a clear kind of the task. Yeah, what does it mean by clear here, Rina Septria? What do you mean by clear?
It means like when we talk about when we make a conversation, both of us understand what we mean.
Okay, so we have the the same comprehension between the talker and then the listener. Yeah. Thank you. Next one, Mimi, the third one, please. The characteristic of good language task, please, Mimi.
Is it a proper one? Example, if we give a type of test for speaking skills, we cannot give the same test for the writing skills.
Okay, okay, thank you very much. So the test here, it should be relevant. That's what you mentioned, yeah, because it is impossible when you try to create a speaking task and then you deliver that one for a listening class. That should be a random teacher, I guess, yeah, making a speaking task and then you deliver that one for the listening class. Okay, thank you, Mimi. The fourth one, please. Nulaili, come on. What is it? A good characteristic of language task, please.
To be valid.
Okay,
it's like
valid.
a validity of the language testing. I think.
Okay, thank you very much. So you came also with a textbook kind of answer. Valid, reliable. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Okay, why here the task that we deliver to the student need to be valid? Why, Laili? Come on, Laili, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Can you repeat the question?
Okay, okay, you're mentioning.
Sorry, sir.
Alip, can you hear my voice? Is it clear?
Yeah, I think I have a bad connection. Sorry, sir. Not you.
Okay.
Can you repeat?
Okay, thank you. Nulaili, you're mentioning a good characteristic of language testing. Here is valid. Why it is valid?
Yeah, we have to be the same with the support of the material that we deliver to student. If there's not valid, I think student can feel confused with the material or the test that we have to be in student. I think that's it.
Okay, so valid here because creating the test, yeah, creating the test. Okay, creating the test here, it is should be valid because if we try to measure, for example, here of the student comprehension in a grammar, so all the tasks, all the question, it should be a grammar. Okay, and then the task that we create for the student here, it is based on the difficulty level that we give them. Okay, thank you, Nulaili. Next one, Alif. Come on, a good characteristic of language tasks. Do you mind please try to share it with us?
On,
Alif?
on target, sir.
Okay, what is it on target here that you mean?
We have to make a test that appropriate for our student. We can't make a test that so hard on a college level, even though our student is a high school level of if we teach a high school student, then the tests have to be on high school standard, like that, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So creating the task here, it should match with the level where that we teach for. That will be your answer, Ali. Thank you very much. And then I hope of this one, not some of your friend here not answering. Okay, if we teach for the kindergarten, so the task here, it should be for the kindergarten. Okay, next, come on. Who's the one also that activating their camera? Fahrani Hasana. Fahrani, come on, Fahrani.
Yes, sir.
Okay, come on, Fahrani.
I think there must be
What happened? There must be, what is it?
Yeah. I don't have idea, sir.
Really?
How about discriminate? When we testing student, it must, apa sih namanya? We try to comparison student with another student, so it must be discriminate. I mean, how to explain it?
Okay, really sorry, Fahrani. You try to discriminate the student. What is it? I don't get it. What is it, your point?
All assessment is based on the comparison, either one student and another student, as they are and as they were earlier. An important, sorry sir, I don't. Saya gugup kalau ditanya, sir.
Okay, thank you. I'm not gonna ask you anymore then, Farani. Thank you very much. Yeah. Next one, we got Hairan Nisa Sitapu. Come on.
The test, it showed authentic truth.
Okay, that should be similar with Nurlaili's answer. Nurlaili mentioning the task, it should be valid, and then Harun Nisa here, it should be authentic. What do you mean by the task here, it should be authentic? Harun Nisa Sitapu?
The authentic means that the language response that students give in the test is appropriate to the language of communication.
And that?
The test item should be related to the immediate language.
That's all?
That's all.
Okay, thank you very much. And then now I would like to ask Laila Nurfadila. You're going to repeat it now, please, Laila, starting from the first, based on your friend opinion, the characteristic of good language tasks, please. What is it, number one?
Number one is clear of the test.
Clear of the test. Okay. A
I got it,
clear
teacher.
test. Yeah. It is
Yeah, the
not
clear
clear
test.
of the test. Yeah. Okay. Second one, what is it?
And then valid.
Okay, it is valid. That the second or the third one? Because I guess Mimi also mentioning her answer. Right, Mimi?
Yes, sir.
Okay, come on. Laila,
Oh,
repeat it. What is it, number one? Characteristic of
number
good
one.
language test.
Number one is clear, and number second I didn't hear, sir.
Okay. Okay, what is it, the third, Dan?
And the third valid,
Okay,
on
valid.
target.
Mhm.
And then for the answer of Naili, also I don't get the answer, sorry. I didn't listen.
Okay, and then?
On target.
Mhm.
And then for Fahrani Hasana, also I didn't get the answer.
Okay, so in total, how many good characteristic of language tasks that you got, that you wrote on your note?
I got 4 the answer and 5 with my answer.
Okay, so what is it your answer, Laila?
My answer is consistent, sir.
It is consistent. What is it consistent? What do you mean? A good characteristic of language task here is consistent.
Consistent is if the student is not consistent, and then the result will not unstable, sir.
I am lost. I have no idea. What is it? Consistent? Can you repeat it, please? What is it?
Consistent is if we, I forget, sir. I just write only the answer.
Okay,
without
only the answer.
Explanation.
Okay, thank you very much.
I'm sorry,
Now,
sir.
all good. Yeah, thank you, Laila Nur Fadila. Now my turn here. When we talk about a good language task here, yeah, the first characteristic, the task, it should be, what is it? The first, yeah, the language task that we deliver to the student, it should be measurable. That will be the first characteristic of a good language task. Yeah. What is it, number one, guys? What is it, number one?
Measurable.
Okay, number one here it is measurable. And then second characteristic of a good language task here, we have various level of difficulties. Yeah. So we can claim this is a good language task when we create the task, when we try to make the task, yeah, with various level of difficulties. Yeah. So we are using not only the easy kind of question, yeah, not only the hard kind of question, yeah, but we try to make it various, yeah, various difficulties level. That will be the second characteristic of a good language task. And then what is it, the third one? The third one, when we talk about a good characteristic of language tasks, yeah, here it should be about the tools, yeah, a specific tools that we use for the students. What I mean by specific tools here? Anyone can guess it? What is it? Specific tools. Yeah, it is a good characteristic of language tasks. The third one here is specific tools. Anyone can guess it here? What I mean by specific tools? Mimi, come on.
Is it multimedia, sir?
Multimedia. Thank you. Rina, what is it? specific tools here that I mean as the good characteristic of language task?
Media, sir.
The media, thank you. Faisal, what is it? Specific tool as one of the good characteristic of language tasks, please. Faisal?
Yeah.
Okay, come on.
Specific tools. It's like alat untuk tesnya, sir.
Yeah, come on. Why am mentioning specific tools as one of the good characteristic of language tasks?
The types of the test, maybe.
The type of the task. Okay. Anyone else would like to try, please? Sifa? Sifa, come on.
Yes, sir.
Okay, specific, please. Specific tools here.
I guess the media or the speaker.
The media or the speaker. Okay, thank you. Next one. Anyone would like to try to guess, please? Inayatul Karima?
I think the technology, sir.
The technology. Thank you. Next one, please. Hayran Nisa Sitapu.
We use the specific tool to the student. The student can understand the test clearly, sir. So we have to use the specific tool.
Okay, thank you. Next one, Alif, please.
Is it that the test measure a specific skill?
Okay. Measure specific skill and then? And?
That's it.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, that's what I mean. Specific tools here refer to what kind of the skills that you are going to test, yeah, for your students. Yeah, so if it is a task that you're going to measure your student speaking comprehension, so you guys go with the instrument called for the speaking task, yeah, and then it will be the same also with listening, with writing, and then also with the reading itself. Okay, and then what is it? The fourth one, the fourth characteristic of a good language task. The fourth characteristic of a good language task. Okay, that's correct. What Nulaili and then also Laila Nurfadilah mentioned it here as the summary. The task here, it should be valid. Yeah, the task, it should be valid, and then not only valid, but it has to be reliable as well. The task that we use, that we give to our student. Yeah. Okay, and then last one. I'm not gonna mention 10, I'm not gonna mention 20, 20 of good characteristic of language tasks. Yeah, the rest of it, you guys can try to find it by yourself. Yeah, last one for the good characteristic of language tasks here, it should be about, anyone? It should be about, what is it? It should be about come on. It should be about standardized tasks, yeah, that we deliver to our students. Yeah, so a good characteristic of language tasks, yeah, it should be using, or it should be the task that standardized, yeah, standardized tasks. Okay, I guess that's all, guys, from me here about the characteristic of good language tasks. And then I'm gonna give you guys the homework. Yeah, next week you're going to mention not only 6, not only 7 of the good characteristic of language task, but you're going to make it 20. Yeah, 20 good characteristic of language tasks. Yeah, and you can take it from any resources, yeah, from any textbook, from Bahman language testing, and then you guys may take it from Harvard. Yeah, you may take it from Brown. That will be okay. Yeah, as long as that one will be 20. Yeah, 20 good characteristic of language tasks. Okay, guys, I guess that will be the last topic that we discussed for today. Yeah, we already discussed the language, the verse, yeah, language based on different kind of opinion, different kind of perspective from you guys, and then after that one, we discussed also about the task, yeah, what is it, the task, and then the function of the task, yeah, and then also the term, the language testing. Some of you gave me interesting kind of opinion when you try to give the explanation about language testing, yeah, and then after that one we discuss also about how to create, yeah, how to consider a good characteristic of language tasks, yeah. And then now, do you guys have any question based on our discussion, please? Yeah, so far I'm giving you 1,000, yeah, 1,000 of question, and then now I'm gonna give you a chance here to give me the question based on what we discussed today. Of course, come on, come on. So all clear?
I have a question, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for giving the question, Ali. Please. After this one, I'm gonna ask for those that turning on their camera. You gonna ask. You have to ask the question. Come on, Ali.
Okay, as a teacher, do we have to make a practical test, or it's completely optional, sir?
Okay. Practical tasks are completely optional. Thank you very much. Interesting kind of question. I'm gonna write it first. Second one, please. Mimi. Mimi, come on, Mimi. Mimi?
Yes, sir.
Okay, come on.
What is it? Communicative language testing and how to create it.
Okay, we are not discussing that one, my dear. We are discussing about, okay, language, and then we discuss about tasks, and then we discuss some of the good characteristic of language tasks. And then you are asking about communicate language testing. That will be our next topic, I guess. Try to make a question based on our topic today. Come on, Mimi.
One more, sir. A few times ago, we have discussed about these 5 characteristic good language testing, and you give a homework for us to search 20 good characteristic language testing.
Yeah.
So we just find 50 more characteristic, I guess, or we just find a new one.
Okay, thank you very much, Mimi. I got your point. Next one, please. Let me see who's the one that turning their camera on. Sifa Asura, come on. Try to give us the question, please. Sifa.
I still didn't get it about the specific tools. Can you repeat it, sir?
Okay, thank you very much. Repeating specific tools. Yeah, specific tools. Thank you. Next one. Next one. Rina Septria, please. What is it, your question, Rina?
When you talk about good characteristic, Number 2, curious difficulty level, sir. You said about curious difficulty level. I haven't know the meaning. I mean, like, what
Okay.
does it mean?
Okay, but let me revise it. Alif, it is curious difficulty level or what? Come on, Alif, what is it? Let me check it from Alif. What is it, Alif?
Curious is not a difficulty level.
Hmm? Okay, you got also curious.
Huh?
You you got also curious.
Curious on what, sir?
No, I mean Rina here, her comprehension is mentioning curious difficulties level. Is that a correct one or no?
Oh, it's various.
Yeah, it is not curious, but it is various. Yeah, various difficulties level. Okay, Rina?
Various, sir.
Yeah, it is not curious. So that will be your question still till we got the correct word.
I haven't get the points, sir. Various difficulty level.
Okay, so I should repeat the explanation about various difficulties level. Okay, thank you. Next one, Inayatul Karima, please.
I have no question, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm gonna give you a question after this one. Thank you. Next, Hairan Disa Sitatu, come on. So you want the question or you gonna give me the question, please?
I want to ask about
Okay.
standardized text.
Okay, standardized. What is it?
What the standard to?
Okay, what the
Standard.
okay, what the standardized mean? Okay, thank you. Next one we have Faisal Julianto. Faisal, come on, Faisal.
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you want the question or you gonna give me the question? Come on.
I have a question for you.
Okay, come on. What is it? The question
about the characteristic of language test number 5, the last point.
Okay. What is it?
I can hear clearly.
Okay, anyone, can you help Faisal here? What is it? The last characteristic of good language task that we mentioned. What is it? What is it? The last?
Standardized test.
Okay, standardized test. So you need more explanation about that one, Faisal?
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, okay. Thank you very much. Yeah. Next one. Okay, next year it will be Mila Nurfadia. You're the last that turning your camera on. Come on, what is it?
I want to ask how to make a valid and reliable test.
Okay, thank
How
you
to
very
make
much.
it. Okay.
Yeah, so we are still discussing about the characteristic about good language test. So we are not discussing how to make a valid test, how to make reliable tests, yeah? But I'm gonna re-explain it to you here. What does it mean by valid and then reliable test? Okay, Mila? Okay, thank you. And then while answering all of your friend question here, especially for Laila Nur Fadila, yeah? She's the one that not giving me the question, right? Yeah. And then Laila Nur Fadila, I have a question for you, yeah? If you are an English teacher here, when you try to deliver a task, yeah, for your students, you have to choose a standardized type of task for these students. So what is it? A standardized task for your student? Yeah, so you're gonna think about the answer and I'm gonna answer all of your friend questions. Okay, Laila?
Pardon, sir?
Okay, standardized task for your student. Standardized task for your student. Yeah. Okay, now let me answer question number 1. Here it is practical or optional. As a professional English teacher, Alif, when you try to create a task, the test type here is for the practical or it is optional type of the task based on what you need for your students. That will be the answer. Sometimes when you try to teach them, when you try to teach them about an instant kind of topic, for example, so you can use here whether it is a practical or it is an optional kind of task. That's why my answer here, if you are an English teacher, you have to be able to make or to create, it is a practical or it is an optional kind of task for your students. Okay, Haliba, I hope that will answer your questions. Next one from Mei here. Mei, that's okay. You may add only from the book, from the article, from any kind of website that mentioning good characteristic of language tasks. If we already discussed, we already mentioned 7 characteristics, so you need to put more 13 of good characteristic. But for your, if you already wrote 5 only, the good characteristic of language tasks, so you need 15 more. Okay, so you don't have to make 20 new good characteristic of a good language task. Okay, Mimi?
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. And then next one here, what does it mean by specific tools? This one, who's the one that giving this question for me? Specific tools?
Me, sir. Shifa.
Okay, Sifa Asura. Specific tools here, the meaning of specific tools, when we try to give a task for our student, it should match with what kind of the skill that we are going to task. The task here for the productive skill, so you can give the task here for the speaking, because producing sentence, producing word, or you may use it for the other productive skill. For example, here it is for the writing, that will be okay. So it should match with a specific skill that you will try to task from your students. That will be the answer for you, Sipa Asura. I hope you will understand the answer. Okay, Siva?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, next one. Okay, next one, it is, okay, curious and various. I guess 2 different terms, curiosity and then various. Various, it's mean, various difficulties when you try to answer several kind of tasks. Maybe you have your self-awareness. Why? For example, question number 1, it will be different with question number 5. It will be different with question number 10 with the difficulties. Because here the test maker tried to provide a various different difficulties level for it. Starting with easiest one, and then the medium one, and then that one to the difficult one. So that will be a good language task that we can deliver to our students. That will be the answer, Rina Septria. Okay. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Next one. Okay, I wrote Inayatul Karimah here. What is it? What is it, Inayatul Karimah?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is it your question, Inayatul Karimah? Anyone that still remember Inayatul Karimah question, or you got no question, Inaya?
No question, sir.
Oh, no question. And then who's the one that asking me about the standardized test?
Me, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Harinisa Sitapu. What we call by standardized test here, it is a test that plan, yeah, and then also implement, and then also evaluate based on a systematic process of making a test. Yeah, that's what we call by a standardized test. Yeah, and then standardized tests also here refer to a test. Yeah, a test here that already measured based on their validity and then based on their reliability as well. Yeah, so we have the trial of the use of the test first. So we can claim, okay, this test here is a standardized test for the students. Okay, Harinisa, I hope that will answer your question. Yeah. Okay, and how to make, what is it? And Faisal question also the same, I guess, with Nisa's question. Yeah, Faisal, it is the same, right? Okay, that's what we call by the standardized test. And the next one, who's the one that asking about valid and then reliable kind of test? Okay, it's Milan or Fadia. Okay, the test that valid and then the test that reliable here, it's mean, yeah, when we try to give the test, it will measure what we want to measure. I hope you're gonna understand this one. Yeah, the aim of delivering the test here, it is to measure something, right?
Right.
Yeah, so reliable and then validity here match with, okay, the test that we create here will measure based on the aim that we want to measure from the students. Okay, Milano Faria?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that will be the answer. And then next one from, who is the last one? Next one, it will be Laila Nurfadila, right? Laila Nurfadila, what is it? Come on. Laila?
Yes, sir.
Okay, come on.
Oh, wait, sir.
Okay, please. Try to enlighten us, please, with your answer. Laila?
The answer, if we have to do such a trial to know the ability of the students, because if we give a hard test to the student who doesn't have a good ability to answer the test or a good enough ability about knowledge, then maybe the student cannot answer the test as well, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for your answer. And then Inayatul Karima, Laila Nurfadila mentioning about trial. Okay, you'll be the last that will answer here. What is a trial based on Laila's opinion? Come on.
I have no idea, sir.
Okay, you're gonna think about it, please. Trial. Yeah, the basic root of trial here is try. Try, and then it is became trial. Come on, what is it? Maybe it was your face, my dear. Yeah. Okay, come on, Inaya. Or anyone else would like to help Inaya, please? So we can end our session, guys, because it is already 5:10. Come on. Anyone would like to help her, please? Trial. Faisal, come on, Faisal.
What,
Faisal?
sir?
Huh?
Trial.
Yeah, trial, please. Come on.
Trial is uji coba, sir.
Okay. Yeah. What is it uji coba? What is it uji coba in standardized tasks? Come on. Okay, okay. Thank you, Faisal. You're mentioning trial is uji coba. Next one, Rina Septria, come on. Trial, please.
It's like trial class, sir. Yeah. I think like when we want to come in one class and we have to try the trial class, so we know the level, what our level.
Okay, thank you very much, Rina Septria, for trying. Next, Alif, come on, a trial, please, Alif.
Trial and standardized
Yeah.
test. It's like aptitude test.
Okay, it's like aptitude test. What is it aptitude test? Try to explain it so your friend here gonna have the comprehension.
Aptitude test is it's attempt to predict a student's ability, like the
come on.
It's like to
it's like to, what is it? Okay, thank you very much. I'm gonna explain it for you guys. Yeah, so what does it mean by the trial here? In a standardized test, we call a language test, that standardized test here, because the tests here already distributed. Yeah, and then the test taker here, they already tried to fill the test, to answer the test several times. Yeah, so it is not only a single sitting kind of process making a test, yeah, and then deliver to the student. No, yeah, but a trial in a standardized test here, the teacher or the test maker try to distribute the task, yeah, to get the repetitions. Okay, so what is it? Do we have the hint based on the task? Do we have any kind of leaking of the task? Yeah. Okay, that's why, yeah, a trial need in a standardized type of test in language test. Yeah, to revise it all the time. So what is it? The leak. So what is it? The weakness of the test, and then what is it? The question that made the student or the test taker here confused with the answer. Yeah, that's what the trial for in a standardized test. Okay, I hope that will explain your guys' question based on the trial. Okay, thank you very much guys for attending this meeting. And then I'm gonna give my gratitude, my special thanks. First one for Alip. Thank you very much, Alip, for joining and then activating your camera, of course. Yeah, not like the rest of your friend, majority of your friend, yeah, hiding behind their camera. And then second one, thank you. Thank you, Sifa Asura, also for participating in this meeting and then turning your camera on. Yeah. And the next one here we got Rina. Rina Setria, thank you, Rina, for joining. Yeah, it seems like you're still sleepy, but you first to join this meeting. Thank you very much. Yeah, and then next one we got also Inayatul Karima. Even though you have no question for me, but you still joining this meeting. Thank you very much. Yeah, and then next one we got also Meviana. Meviana starting from the first answer that you gave it to me, you're mentioning about, okay, language, it is about happy and sadness. Yeah, so I have no idea what happened with your feeling right now, maybe. Yeah, but I hope you're still in a good and that well conditions. Yeah, and the next one, special thanks also with Faisal Julianto, who's texted me several times, but I'm not reading your text. I'm really sorry. Yeah, Faisal, thank you for joining this meeting. And next one, we have also Laila Nurfadila. Thank you for answering the standardized test, Laila. And the next one here we got also Mila Nurvadia. Yeah? Thank you for joining this meeting, and then turn your camera on. And the next one we have also Fahrani. Fahrani, several times you turn your camera off and then now it is on. Thank you very much. And you are turning your camera, but I can only see half of your body, half of your face. Yeah, thank you very much for joining this meeting. Yeah, it is a special shout out for you guys for joining this meeting. Thank you very much. And then see you for the second subject that we are going to have tomorrow. It will be about the classroom action research. And for your information, guys, if you're going to learn about classroom action research, you're gonna watch plenty, 1,000 of videos. Yeah, starting with creating classroom action research while pandemic part 1, creating classroom action research while pandemic part 2, and then also a teacher training that I conducted for all the teachers in the entire Jakarta. Yeah? So you can watch all the training and then you can learn about classroom action research. Yeah, that's all guys for today's meeting. Thank you very much one more time, and then see you tomorrow. The last, Wallahu muwaffiq wal hadi ila sabilir rasyad. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, guys.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.